Hi there, my name is Vanna'i and I'm the owner of Vanna'i Vintage. I am based in Southern California and I operate my business from home. This is my submission video for the Fit the Bill contest with VANS. I wanted to go over a little bit about myself before I get into the history of my business and things of that sort. I am 20 years old, I'm a college student, and I worked at a vintage store prior to starting my own business. I was a model for them and a retail associate for some time at school, my freshman year of college. Um, I come from a long line of entrepreneurs, and I believe that's why I have this passion for my business, my craft. I started selling vintage items as early as middle school and high school, and then it just became this hobby, and I noticed it just manifested into a business. It just blossomed, and I started working harder and driving myself to become something. I've run my business for about a year now, and I sell on 2 different platforms. The first one I mainly use is called Depop. The second one is called eBay. And I support sustainable fashion by thrifting those secondhand and vintage pieces or getting them donated to my business, gifted to me, and source locally. And I also donate locally. So anything in my death pile that doesn't sell over a couple months that are not trendy, I do donate locally. Also am queer owned. It's a queer owned business, and it's a black owned business, and it's a Latina. I have done several pop-up shops at museums and farmers markets and things of that sort, and I just really enjoy them. And at those pop-up shops, you're going to see me passing out my craft paper, biodegradable, 100% recyclable shopping bags with my logo stamped onto them. And my logo is a cacti and then typewriting underneath it that says Vanna'i Vintage. And in this bag, I have a piece that I thought was very interesting and I thought I should show you guys. And this is a 90s, 80s thick vest. And I would style it shirtless. That is your shirt. And I thought it was pretty rad, so I decided to, keep it in store. This item has sold since I started this video. And I do ship internationally. So I've shipped to Netherlands and Italy, and then I've had interested buyers all over. And here is my packaging, my poly mailers. And inside of my poly mailer, I have my items in a fashion bag, and I steam and hand wash all of my items in the store. And this is a 90s, more from the 90s. It has pineapples all over it in different shapes. It's a graphic tee, very unique. And then in every package that I do ship out, I have my sticker that says thank you for shopping with us, and then my business card just in case they need to reach out to me for any reason, any concerns, any questions, thank yous. And I am my customer service. So they're talking to me, they're talking to a real person, not a robot. And here's one of my pieces behind me. This is my favorite mannequin, and this is a piece that I thrifted while in LA, sourcing different items, and I also do source in different areas. I do have my pop-ups in the Inland Empire. I would like to move them to the LA County area, and in the future I am planning on having a mobile boutique. So a trailer that is repurposed. I'm going to have my store inside of there. I would like to go to festivals, concerts, farmers markets, civic centers, recreation centers, where they have, a holiday or a festival in that area for that day, in that city. I would like to travel. And I support sustainable fashion by thrifting those pieces, as I mentioned earlier, secondhand pieces. And I donate some of my items to foster youth, queer youth, undocumented youth as well. And then any items that I do not keep, I take my death pile to Goodwill or Salvation Army, and that's also how I give back to my community, also by donating to the youth. My plans for my future is that I can expand and evolve my business. As I've been saying, I've been running my business for a year now on Depop, that platform, and I would like to, grow within my business. So I would like to have my own website, and as we're in quarantine, things are going slow, but I'm getting that created. And with the profits from this contest, if I do win, I would like to put some of that profits into funding different displays for my pop-up shops to draw in attention and create more sales. And I'm looking into converting my vintage store into a store that also sells wholesale boutique fashion. And with that route, I want to reach out to wholesalers and find the companies that house the production and make sure those seamstresses are getting fair trade, fair pay, and they are working in conditions that are safe. People are putting their energy into things that they create, and I want these people to put love and care and just feel safe in the workplace as well. I am looking into having partnerships with local artisans, smaller businesses that create handmade jewelry, hats, backpacks and purses from Guatemala, from Senegal, and other areas. My biggest focus is to move Vanna'i Vintage on different platforms I can grow. I want to reach more people, have wider size range. The meaning of my logo. I hope it focuses. I'm sorry. My logo here is a cacti with simple typewriter writing underneath. It says Vanna'i Vintage. At the bottom, my tagline says, "Not your average vintage wear." I chose that logo because it is simplistic and timeless. I wanted to pay homage to the desert landscape of Southern California, so to my Mexican-American heritage. It has a massive influence on where I live and where I grew up. Other than that, I don't think I have much to say. Please check out my Depop, my Instagram, and my Facebook. My Facebook is Vanna'i Vintage, VANNA' Vintage. And you're going to find me under the same name on my Instagram, VANNI.vintage. And you will see my Depop as I'm going to link my business as well. Thank you for taking interest in Not Your Average Vintage Wear. This is Vanna'i Vintage. Have an amazing day. Thank you for this opportunity, Vans.